Yes, good friends, ladies and gentlemen, and indeed all who are listening to me now, and I welcome you to Dazzlespiration channel. I greet you with pure love and truth of Dazzlespirational awareness philosophy. I am Ikechukwu Izora, your host on this channel. We have talked on Awaken briefly on the last episode, which is episode 17. We are going also to be furthering our discourse on what we need to awaken to. And I would like to take us a little bit down memory lane to the very first episode of this Dazzlespiration channel, where we made mention of the fact that there are indwelling each and every one of us the trilogy essence of God, which inculcates purity, love, and truth. Now, we are going to look at purity out of the trilogy as what we are indeed required to awaken to, because purity is the first element in the trilogy essence of God indwelling us. And by dint of ordinary or layman's understanding of purity, of which we have given in the first episode the name meaning covenant for a proof of its identity as a relevant word in Dazzlespirational awareness philosophy. But as a layman would rather want to look at the word purity. It is a state of non-blemish, a state of unbiasedness, a state of sustenance in originality. If I should say originality, that is, in my dialect, etuide kigadidide, etuide kede. So you will remain as it is, as my good friends who love to refer to Bhagavad Gita. As it is, so it shall always be. And so it is. So, purity is the primary essence of God indwelling us in the trilogy. Little wonder then that the Bible said in the book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 16 that those who have strayed from the path of understanding are in the congregation of the dead. Understanding of yourself vis-a-vis the purity state of God essence indwelling you. Immediately you begin to swerve or sway or stray from that path of understanding in maintaining the purity state, as it were, from creation, from cradle. So you will begin to experience all manner of ills, because that is what will lend credence to mischief. to rebellious act against the word and precepts of God. Because the law of God is the love of God, and the love of God is God personified. So immediately you do behave or act to the contrary, you have veered away. According to the chapter 5 of the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, or the repast, chapter 5 of Quran says that those who have rejected faith and deny the signs will be companions of hell fire. Can you compare, or rather do a mapping of chapter 5 of the Quran with verse 16 of chapter 21 of Proverbs in the Bible? Those are judged to be the companions of hell, and those are judged to be in the congregation of the dead, according to Proverbs. Again, the Bible book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 20, says that every soul that sinneth shall die. The Bible book again, book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 23, it says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. It therefore presupposes that you and I should per minute per second be awakened to the essence of God indwelling us in that purity state, so that we will never be categorized as those who have fallen short of the glory of God because of sin. And for crying out loud, what do you make out of the word sin? Well, if you have been following, you will realize that I will readily supply what sin represents in Dazzlespiration awareness philosophy, because it is a relevant word, and for proof of its identity, sin inculcates every stronghold inhibiting nature. So the totality, be it thought pattern, be it knowledge acquisition, whatever it is, as long as it constitutes stronghold inhibiting nature of the purity state of God in you, it is sin. So you should, indeed I also should, and we should be on the watch, be on the lookout, be at alert, so that we will sustain the maintenance of the God essence in us, in that purity element of the trilogy. Because every promise of good, according to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11 of the Holy Bible, that God said that the plans He has for you and I is the plan of good and not of evil. I recall, and indeed if you've been following this channel, you will also recall at this juncture that we also made mention of what plan represents in Dazzlespiration awareness philosophy. The plan God has for you and I is purposefully laid arrangement necessary for us to overcome, for us to overflow in abundance of glory, in abundance of bounteous benefits, that our joy may be full. I encourage you to keeping on, listening in, encouraging friends and family to join in and listen to our short messages every week. It's not that we cannot take it further or make it longer, but you and I, we readily understand how beautiful a mini skirt is, not minding that it will be long enough to cover the essence for which it was designed. So it's always good for us to take mystical, deeper messages of teachings of masters past, prophets past, in bits like snacks, so that we can reflect on those and be awakened by those, as we are continuously marching forward in light of awareness of the power of God we bear indwelling us. Continue to spread the news, proclaim the good news, share the joy of what is being benefited from this channel, and I love you, and I wish to let you know that it is my utmost desire that you do remain dazzling.
Oh, God has blessed me. I will sing through